Israel Adesanya shared his expectations from the fight against Alex Pereira. "I always picked guys that no one wanted to fight. I always run towards the guy from whom everyone runs. I run towards the fire, and this fight will be no exception. After he beat me in Brazil, I had no plans to get back at him at all costs, because I don't cling to such things, I just let them go, but the universe gave me this opportunity, and I'm going to slam this bitch. I am delighted that someone has finally appeared who, after the first or second round, will not go on the defensive, realizing all his helplessness, but will attack me. He'll try to finish me off, like he used to do in kickboxing. For me, the question is whether he will be knocked out or I will be knocked out. That's why you can't miss this fight." Adesanya also personally addressed the opponent on social networks. "Vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord. Bro, I'm saying the same thing. It will end here. Kill or be killed." Francis Ngannou did not disregard the successful performance of heavyweight Mohammed Usman, who knocked out Zach Porgu in the second round at UFC on ESPN 40 in Las Vegas and became the winner of the 30th season of TUF. "A new contender has been born in the heavyweight division, and personally I don't want to have anything to do with him. Congratulations, brother." 33-year-old Mohammed Usman is the younger brother of the best UFC fighter, regardless of the weight category, Kamaru Usman, who has a friendly relationship with Francis Ngannou. Note that in 2015, Nigerian Nightmare won the 21st season of TUF, so the Usmans are the only brothers who managed to become the winners of the Cult TV project. Ali Abdelaziz reacted to the statement of Charles Oliveira, who accused his rival and his team of excessive arrogance. "Charles, I heard you say that we are arrogant, but we know that you are a wonderful champion and person, and that you are very cool, so there is nothing personal between us. On October 22nd we will have a great fight and we will see who is the champion. Much respect to you and your team." Abubakar Nurmagomedov, who pulled out of UFC on ABC3 due to visa issues, will fight his next fight on October 22nd at UFC 280 in Abu Dhabi. This was announced by the cousin of the Russian, Khabib Nurmagomedov. There are no more like him. October 22nd is also in the subject. UFC 280. 32-year-old Abubakar Nurmagomedov has been in the UFC since 2019, but during this time he spent only 2 fights under the banner of the organization, losing by triangle choke to David Zavada, and winning by unanimous decision against Jared Gooden. Michael Chandler, who will face Dustin Poirier next, believes that this time his compatriot may enter the octagon with a lack of motivation. "It will definitely be fireworks. Dustin has never been in a boring fight and I've never been in a boring fight, so our fight is guaranteed fireworks. I wake up every morning with the thought of becoming a UFC champion. I had 1 try, Dustin had 2. He's talking about moving up to the welterweight division, so it's possible he's already having a hard time cutting weight. I also heard talk of his resignation. He was talking about a fight against Nate Diaz, and we all know what that means. Which begs the question, does he himself believe that he is still one of the best in the world? Personally, I think he's still one of the best in the world, but he's had 2 fights with Conor McGregor, he's got enough money in the bank, he's older, he's having a hard time making weight, and he's talking about changing weight classes. All these are clear signs that now is the right time for me to fight him, and for him, on the contrary, it is not the right time to fight me. This does not mean that I treat him disrespectfully. I want to fight him. I want to fight any top 5 fighter that will take me to a title fight." Shavkat Rakhmonov wants to see American Jeff Neal as his next opponent, who managed to knock out the impenetrable Brazilian Vicente Luque at the UFC on ESPN 40 tournament in Las Vegas. "I'm free, Jeff Neal," wrote a Kazakh fighter in social networks, turning to Neal. "Let's do it," added Nomad, posting an impromptu duel poster. At the time of the fight with Luque, Neal was ranked 13th in the UFC welterweight division, but there is no doubt that the next update of the rating, the American will rise to the top 10 and possibly displace the Brazilian from 6th position. At the same time, Jeff Neal himself, in an interview after the fight, stated that in the next fight he would like to share the octagon with the former contender for the UFC title Gilbert Burns, who is in the top 5 of the division. In the confrontation with Khamzat Chimaev, Nate Diaz is going to test the endurance of the Chechen fighter in a protracted duel. This was announced in an interview with Submission Radio by the coach of the American Diaz. Chimaev puts pressure on himself, trying to finish the fight as quickly as possible. If he comes out again with the same tactics, it will play into the hands of Nate. I think Nate will drag him into deep water. Of course, Nate has to be in shape to do this, but he's always in shape. On the stand, Nate clearly has the advantage, and on the ground he is better as a grappler. But he's fighting a young guy who's very strong, and it's definitely going to be a tough fight, but we have ways to beat it. Charles Oliveira, who lost the title due to a 200-gram overweight, spoke about the drama this situation has become for his family. When the belt was taken from me, my father was crying like a child. I reassured him, calm down, don't worry, we'll fix it, but he still continued to cry. The belt is mine, so this is another title defense for me. I'm confident that I made weight and I feel like I've been robbed. It was very hard, I heard my father crying, my daughter asked why I lost the title. It was all extremely frustrating and went against the dedication that I put into it, but the main thing is that I showed my championship mentality. Despite what happened, I went through it all and showed everyone the show. Former UFC bantamweight champion Julianne Pena, who lost the title in a rematch with Amanda Nunes, is confident she can regain the belt in the final match of the trilogy with the Brazilian, as she will no longer let her opponent catch her by surprise. When an opponent completely changes his stance and manner of fighting because of you, I take it as a compliment. And if you give me time to prepare for Amanda's new style, she won't even touch me next time. I really hope that she will recover and be able to return to the octagon before the end of the year, because I am definitely ready to complete the trilogy with her. I'm ready for round 8 right now, let's go. I'm here, but where is Amanda? Amanda, seriously, where are you? You left your girl without support. I came to support my team, but they didn't show up to support theirs. I'm here and ready for the 8th round. Recall that in December last year, Julianne Pena shocked the world of mixed martial arts by finishing Amanda Nunes with a rear naked choke in the 2nd round, but a week ago, the Brazilian rematched the defeat and regained the UFC bantamweight title, winning a unanimous decision after 5 rounds. Having become the first fighter to knock out Thiago Santos in the light heavyweight division, Jamal Hill is convinced he has done enough to challenge reigning UFC champion G. Prochaska. I'm interested in all the top fighters, but I want to fight Yuri. I have been calling Yuri for 2 years now. I want to fight him. It doesn't matter that he is a champion, I have twice as many wins in this organization as he does. If Prochaska defends the title in an immediate rematch with Glover Teixeira, Hill is ready to split the octagon with former division champion Jan Blachowicz. If I can't get it, give me the one who sat on the throne. I will take the fight with Jan. I'm hungry and I need gold. The Lion wants gold. Despite the early victory, Hill admits that he is not completely satisfied with the way he handled the fight with Santos. I'm happy with the win, but I'm not happy with my performance. I need to go back to the drawing board and do some work on the bugs. This is exactly what I'm going to do. Cody Garbrand will return to the octagon on October 1st, and the Brazilian Rani Yaya will become the American's opponent. The new date for the fight, which was supposed to take place on July 9th, was reported by informed sources close to the situation. The fight was postponed due to the fact that the opponent of the former UFC champion was injured and dropped out of the UFC on ESPN 39 tournament. 31-year-old Cody Garbrand is on a 2-fight streak, losing a unanimous decision to Rob Font and a TKO to Kai Kara France. 37-year-old Rani Yaya, on the other hand, scored 2 wins in a row, finishing with a choke over Ray Rodriguez and a unanimous decision over Kyung Ho Kang.